It's MANEMA again, and welcome to another episode of The Crafty Communicator, where marketing, communications, and brand experts converge to exchange knowledge. In today's episode, I want us to talk about 10 challenges, that I think marketers are facing today. Some of this, of course, transcend, but mostly after COVID 19 and why marketers need to be alert. Number one, emails are dead. People assume emails are dead. Did you know that the world sends over 319 billion emails in a day? So emails are not dead. You can still leverage email marketing to convert customers, to bring customers in. So don't give up on emails. Still leverage it as a tool to market. Number two, ignoring competitive intelligence. And this most of the time is because of leadership. Most of the time it's because of leadership. We've since COVID, and let me call it the past 7 8 years since the digital transformation truly took place, is that we are all in the rat race of being disruptive, that sometimes we don't take time to look at competition and where it could be coming from, because at this new age competition is coming from anywhere and everywhere, and also competition is not always like a different company doing the same thing that you're doing. Sometimes it's a solution that's in the market, that you're not necessarily considering. For example, when you think of organizations in, let's say, in the juice business, yeah, or in the alcohol and beverage business, yeah, their competitor is not a counterpart in the industry. Their competitor is actually water and people who are health conscious. That is true competition. So it's basically rethinking how competition is presenting itself today, right? The third one is going to market, and this is mostly for people who are in capital capital businesses, yeah, capital hardware, capital equipment or hardware businesses, right, is going to market when product development is not complete. So you meet the product development team, the engineers, and everyone, and they tell you go to market. Then you, as the marketer, you go to customers, and you realize as you're doing your consumer research, the product features is not really fitting into what the customer wants to do, and now you have only probably 3 months to launch. What do you do in such instances? Because people are trying to stay ahead of the game, because that's the new nature of marketing and the way businesses are operating. Everyone wants to be number one. So what do you do in instances like that? For me, I always recommend push back. If you're able to push back, launch, because remember, as a marketer, you're the voice of the customer in an organization. You're the one who understands their pain points, and only you have the product to provide those solutions. So take a step back, push back to business. Instead of launching in 3 months, can we launch in 9? Right, I understand that businesses need to recuperate R&D that was invested in developing the product. However, it is okay to push back if you truly believe that the changes you can make in your marketing strategy will create success for the product, right? The other one is sales and marketing misalignment, and the only way to solve this one is through working in cohesion. Sales cannot exist without marketing. Marketing is the tool that is used to funnel into sales. So there has to be alignment. We need to stop working in silos. It's just as simple as that. The other one is underestimating the role, underestimating, or sometimes not underestimating, is perhaps marketers trying to do everything. Yeah, maybe that's a good way to look at it. Marketers trying to do everything. So from one minute you're developing strategies, you're the same one who's posting on social media, you're the one who's leading at crisis management. And I remember we discussed this in a previous episode where we said probably for smaller organizations, these roles sit either under one person or a few people, and they sort of manage everything. But The challenge with this, yeah, and businesses trying to do everything at the same time is that you spread yourself very thin because you're now going into omni channels. You're doing 360 marketing. You're doing integrated marketing communication. You're all over the place. Simple business principles. Yeah, get rid of what's not working and put all your efforts. Remember when we discussed concentration? Put all your efforts towards the things that are working. Yeah, you don't have to do everything, and you don't have to be in all channels, and you don't have to be in all platforms, and you don't have to employ all marketing strategies under the sun. Be focused, be targeted, be concentrated, use your resources wisely, right? The other thing I wanted to talk about, and it's becoming more apparent, is how can marketers attribute, because remember, marketing just sells, measures awareness and its awareness is a very salient concept, right? Can you capture awareness and intangible, look at it tangibly? Probably not, yeah. And businesses want to see the link between marketing and actual business revenue that came in, which traditionally was a sales function. However, it has also been cascaded into other departments within a business. So, as marketing professionals, it's us looking at where am having that split between growth marketing activities and brand marketing activities. Remember, brand is long term. You're doing activities that will keep the business sustainable for a long time, creating credibility and good reputation so that people can buy into the product. Then there are those strategies that you can employ under growth marketing where they can push immediate results. So that's the other facet. It's being able to combine those two, which brings me to another topic and uh, uh, another item, and this is budget allocation, right? So, as a marketer, how should I allocate my budget? So many things are going on. Use this simple rule. Remember, marketing is a long term game. It's a long term game. So, I will always advise people 70% of your budget is about long term gain, while 30% is where you're looking for immediate results. That's how you should split your marketing budget. With that, chances are you'll be safe. There's another thing that's issue, issue, depending on where you come from the world. There's another issue that is sort of a challenge right now for many marketing professionals, and it's the trust issue. Yeah, consumers are not trusting marketers because of all the false advertising and false marketing activities that have been happening. Um, But at the same time, also business leaders are not trusting marketing professionals. There's a research that was done, and this was just looking at small businesses and especially small businesses. And World Bank found out that 80% of small business leaders do not trust marketing um, professionals, don't trust marketers at all. Yeah. So what does that say? Business leaders are saying marketing professionals are not understanding the implication or the financial implication of businesses. We're sort of like, we just fly by. And that's why it's very important for you, if you've watched my previous episodes on how to succeed as a marketer, is that you have to understand all the other facets of the business and how your role impacts those functions directly, and how it overall affects the business. So that's very important. Then also for consumers, ethical marketing. I've already done a video on how to spot a fake marketer. And it's truly, this is now an onus on us as marketers to do a lot of ethical marketing and just give due, to the value that we're getting from from our customers. Last but not least is the rapid digital transformation, and we are all trying to catch up. There are new tools every day. Marketing and tech is going hand in hand together. In fact, um, there was even an argument I heard a couple of marketing experts have. Should we move away from marcoms, which is marketing and communications, and move more to martech, where marketing is leveraging technology in order to drive marketing activities? So what does this tell you? You need to be comfortable with technology, with tech tools that help that help sustain marketing activities. That help sustain marketing activities. So how can you do that? Because you cannot have all the marketing tools under your belt. I'll just tell you, look up at least top five marketing tools that you need to know. You need to know at least an account-based marketing tool, account management marketing tool. You have to at least know one sales CRM tool. Many of them really don't go differing. You have to know a data sorting tool, things like Marketo, Salesforce, or Tableau. Just play with them, play around with them, get comfortable with, you know, changing data insights into actual stories that you can tell. So digital transformation, you just have to get comfortable. The thing is, you can't get hold of all of them. Just Google some top five, sign up for a free version, get comfortable with it. With time, and depending on what your organization decides to employ, then you can now start training. Start working with such tools, but you have to at least be comfortable with at least 3 to 5 tools, which brings me back to another challenge that the market is facing when it comes to data and technology. Now, with the data, there's a new challenge, so to speak, because there's so much data that's coming in. How do we translate this data into briefs where all the different marketing functions can understand? Right? So, as a marketing leader, how do I collate all this data, put it in succinct bites, and translate it in briefs where, the creative director or the graphic designer can interpret it and create content that suits that, or it can help influence the activities of the PR professional and how they move to push the company's goodwill, or how does it translate to mean, on how we do our events. Yeah. So there, and the only way to get comfortable with data is to have it represented. I know we are creatives, and sometimes when we see things in images, helps us to create sense of it. So tools that allow you to convert data into images that tell a story can help you um, then translate that to the different functions, and those functions are able to utilize that data, because just data sitting somewhere is not helpful. I hope these tips help. Again, please share with other marketing professionals, and let's keep the profession going. Until the next one, take care of yourself.